Hey everyone, Keith here. Today this channel is going through an evolution. We are opening a portal to a more personal world. Today I am here to talk about what it's like to be married to a psychic medium. Let me start by saying, as a person with autism, it's hard for me to grasp concepts like psychic mediums, the afterlife, and angels. I also have to say I have no doubt of any of these, as I have witnessed things that 100% reassure me of how real they are. A little background to start. I had been with my wife for many years before I had any idea she had the ability to speak to the dead, as well as a few other metaphysical gifts. I didn't discover she could do this till after we had an argument once. I was mad, and in my autistic way of getting back at her, I added her to a bunch of Facebook groups, some funny, some stupid, like a Justin Bieber fan group, and ironically a psychic reading group she is a member of to this day. After I added her to this group and later apologized for my stupidity, we will say, she started doing readings in this group and let me know she had her gifts. She has now done more readings than I can count and is spot on more times than not. So what is it like being married to a psychic medium? Well, that's not a simple question, to say the least. When my wife does readings of people online, it's interesting to me for the most part. I am amazed when she does this, and I learn so much about people who are no longer with us. I love seeing how it makes her feel to help a grieving person heal, as well as to help their deceased loved one's spirit become free on the other side. It's very empowering for my wife, and very healing for the person she is reading. Now at this point you might think there's never a dull moment, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. I am a person with autism, so I spend a considerable amount of time by myself and keeping myself busy. Despite that, the spirit world remains active whether I am witnessing it or not. At times my wife does her readings when I'm busy, but I usually can see many of them in the psychic reading group she is in. So you're probably wondering how this fully gives me proof of her gifts. Well, it doesn't. There is way more to it. Let's start with, not only in the earthly realm of the living as there is good and bad, but on the other side there is as well. Quite frankly, the spirit world and afterlife freaks me the hell out sometimes. There are, to say the least, less than pleasant beings on the other side. Some of which are the ghost of evil people who will even tell a psychic medium to leave them alone or suffer their wrath. For the most part, most ghosts are the spirits of deceased people, but there's also demons, evil entities, and so on, as well as angels, guardian angels, etc. Now let me point out that I don't personally have psychic powers, but I have had paranormal experiences I can't fully explain. Some of the content on this channel explains it better. I have personally heard coughing from my basement when no one was down there, seen shadows on the ground and my wall, hear voices when no one else was home, have witnessed technological glitches, and even have recorded some electronic voice phenomenon. In addition to my wife having these gifts, my daughter does as well, but she hasn't full embraced them yet. My daughter has done live streams on a different platform than the one this video is on, and had people ask her who the guy behind her was when no one was in her room. She was quick to point out it was her spirit guide. His name is Cass, or as she calls him, Casserole. Now, if I hadn't witnessed many of these things myself, I would think I was crazy, especially as a person who on top of autism also has anxiety and panic attacks. Now the fact it was just random viewers watching and not anything to do with the paranormal, them seeing him, is beyond normal explanation and only further confirms the paranormal. Now this whole being married to a psychic medium thing can be a little fun at times for me. My wife is often startled by spurts who approach her when she's busy doing other things, and it sometimes will startle her. Yes, even psychic mediums can be scared by ghosts and spirits, especially when they catch them off guard. At times this will startle my wife, make her jump and scream, not in fear but in a shocked way. I use this to my advantage and will sometimes quietly sneak up behind her and blow on her neck or touch her when she doesn't expect it or realize I am there. I find it amusing, but she doesn't think it's too funny. Spirits will get her attention much in the same way, including making her feel wind or by touching her. Yes, she can physically feel those sensations. There are other times when her gifts frustrate me. It's very hard for a psychic medium to read themselves or their own family members, whether it be a spouse or some other family member. Partly this could be ego, partly it can be fear of being wrong and the consequences, as well as only being allowed to see so much from the other side. Part of the gift my wife has includes premonition dreams. For example, my wife dreamed of her grandmother dying not long before she passed away. Part of my frustration comes from needing answers to a question or why something is a certain way, but my wife doesn't have an answer for me, but many times does for other people. My wife's gift has given me the wonderful gifts of knowing my guardian angel Amber by name as well as learning about my grandfather Willard becoming my spirit guide. My grandfather died at young age a few years before I was born and I knew very little about him till my wife connected with him. In the last few years a few of my friends all died at young age including an ex of mine. They are all in their own personal version of what most people call heaven. One of the friends is rocking karaoke at his favorite bar. Another one is enjoying the beach and being more free than ever. In the case of my ex, she was freed from an attachment she picked up in life and has become the spirit guide of her grandchild who was born after her death. So what's it like being married to a psychic medium? Well, it comes with a wide range of emotions and whole lot of questions. It also comes with a whole lot of answers as well as helped to ease my fear of death. It's an eye-opening and enlightening experience to say the least. It can go from extremely boring to extremely frightening. Much like autism, it has a spectrum all of its own. At times it can all be a little overwhelming and other times it's extremely healing and powerful. Sometimes it's just plain fun learning the color of my aura and what it means or what spirit animal is with me on any given day. Other times it makes me wish my wife could focus on the living a little more, but that would not be staying true to herself either. Her gifts are part of her and what makes her who she is. There is a lot I now understand about the paranormal, but also still millions of questions. As an autistic person, I also do tons of research and reading on the topic of the paranormal because like most autistic people, we need to know the why of the way something is. My wife's gifts are also a big part of why I have this channel. I have questions and so don't many other people, and it's the best interest of all of us to better understand life and what come after it ends, well, the physical life anyway. I don't believe life really ever ends, it just changes forms. I fully believe in life after life, and as the song says, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.